Like, I have to count the exact seconds, but I think we're past the delay now.
Well, either which way, welcome back. Even if you guys heard it before, it's gonna say it again. Welcome back to another episode of Looming Shadows of Cidria. We're doing a second one for tonight because we're actually gonna go and do story arcs that has been planned for quite a bit of time.
And also, for the YouTube VOD, like uploading to YouTube, ending it with the peace treaty felt very, very like the natural ending place for that.
Agreed. So, I have a few stories set up for our players today, or well, tonight. Either which way.
Very late
well,
tonight.
for some of them. But this one, we're going to start off with Razumir's first. All right. So this is the day after you guys make it back. You guys happen to hear a lot more activity within the within the town of Gadel, or within the city of Gadel. From what you could tell, Razumir, you could tell that your father's arrived.
I run.
There isn't any.
Is Gadel a port city by any chance?
It is a port city.
Yep.
Okay.
There is the Razumir's father walks down the street, and he only has Razumir's and Korvax, but their father walks down the street with only but a few guards, and he himself is actually he himself. You know what? I'll let you Korvac. You describe him.
As a side,
what is your father's like?
As a side, I believe the player Deacon is role playing and playing this NPC. So
yes,
this is,
I am actually.
Yep. So let's clarify that.
Oh yeah.
So, what you guys see is a Dragonborn. He is not wearing any typical helmet. The other guards, they wear a more decorative plating, but you know that this is a figure of some importance. He is the rest of them, though, they were more metallic in color. This Black Dragonborn, he is very tall and very large. Upon his back is on his back is a massive blade. Black as night, and it holds, and upon the hilt of it, the pommel, is a little loop with these golden jagged spikes going to the center of the loop. One eye, bearing the scar, is green, while the other one is a deep crimson red. And he walks with heavy and metallic footsteps down the street.
Yes.
Obviously, he's very imposing.
Yeah. As he is also walking, there not only is there cheering, but there also is whispers, a lot of whispers amongst the Gadelian people. And some guards walk up to him. Sir, you must be Omerus of House Tevenant, correct?
Tenant Vaunt.
Oh, Tevin Vaunt. I'm sorry, Your Majesty.
Yes, I do believe I have an audience with the Queen. Or the pseudo-Queen that you guys have.
Oof.
All right.
Boy, somebody about to fight. It's somebody about to fight.
Oh wow, 5 seconds and I hate him. Good job.
Oh, Marlo doesn't hate anyone, but this one person.
In particular.
Lord.
Just in a moment. My goodness, you have talent.
All right, let's keep going.
Okay. She
Good job,
I'm
Deacon.
sorry.
This is
So
good.
the guards tell Omerus that they are there to escort him to the castle because the queen is ready to meet with him, unless if he doesn't need an escort.
Good.
Yes, sir. They go. As you guys are walking, the guard looks over at you. By the way, Your Highness, by any chance, you wouldn't. Do you need any additional information about Gadal or the Gadal capital while you're here? No. Oh, okay. Okay. Well then, we'll be off. Let's get going. You guys walk for about
Also, look at the
A
GIF I
good-
posted in chat.
Hello.
He's an asshole.
Hey, Back to the Future Part 3. That's a classic line. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go for it,
Asshole.
2020.
Alright, sorry. It's not a session with Jacob's campaign if I don't post one GIF.
If you
Look,
don't
he's
post
90 years
anything,
old and
he's an asshole
grouchy,
meme.
okay?
It's not a session.
Yeah, you did the same thing. You did the fucking same thing to
Alright.
to the last session.
Alright, let's keep going. I'm sorry. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
so-
Let's keep going.
Jacob?
Jacob, come back.
Oh,
We've lost our DM.
we
You
lost
can blame it
Oh,
all
no.
on Discord.
We've lost the dungeon master.
Oh, and he's back, I think.
And I was not aware that I actually.
We've
somehow actually did
regained
that.
the dungeon master.
Alright.
Okay, so
Let's keep going.
as you walk up to the castle walls, you happen to know that within the courtyard of the castle, the royal guards are lined up in a row, on both the left and right side, leading for a direct path to the queen. And the queen is standing at the steps. She looks over at Marlowe. That is Lord.
Oh, you guys cut out on my end.
You're,
You guys cut out on my end. I just heard he's Lord blank.
He just the queen just told him that that's
his name.
Lord Omerus.
Yeah, I
of House
figured.
Cinnamon.
I don't say this about many people, but I've already just gotten a look at him, and I can already tell I'm not going to like him.
Yes, well, do try to keep your manners in check, though, Marlowe. He is our guest.
Yes, yes, I know.
Though I do know that I do know that how people from House Tavenant can be a bit lively, to say the least.
Well, I mean, that boy and his daughters, that boy and the girl seem to be behaved perfectly well enough.
Yes, well, I mean, not everybody falls far from the tree. In any case, she goes and kind of curtsy at Omerus. Lord Omerus, pleasant for you to come visit.
He gives her a respectful bow. Well met, Your Majesty.
Yes, I'm sure you had. I hope that you had quite a nice travel to our lovely continent.
Yes.
Good. Now then, you must be hungry after your travels come. Let's go sit in the dining hall and get some food. Unless if you'd rather get straight down to business, then we shall go to the throne room.
I would much like to get down to business.
I see. Well then, follow along. She goes and she has one of the some of the servants open up the door for her and for
Oh,
you,
As
Omerus
they
and Marlowe.
walk, he is inspecting both of them. He is using one of his battle master traits. Know your opponent. And I want to know a few things. What's the armor class of both of them? And the health of Marlowe.
Okay.
Oh
So-
boy!
Queen
my
Helena.
my health is 84 and my armor class is 21.
Okay.
Helena's armor class is a 16.
And what's her health?
Her health is 130.
Makes sense. Mages typically have lower health.
You could see he was. If Marlowe bothered to look at all,
Oh, he was looking.
yeah, no, he would see that he's like calculating things within his own mind.
It's rather rude to stare, don't you think?
He just gives him a look. So, Your Majesty, where is my daughter?
Oh, your daughter. She is out on a little errand, I guess you could say.
Well, I do
He's
hope
currently
she
not.
will be back soon.
I'm sure she'll be back. She typically isn't out for too long, but however, this task that I've assigned to her is quite a lengthy one.
He is going to incite.
Mm. Probably, yeah. I mean,
24?
oh,
Yo, fuck.
Oh, he can tell that she is trying to hide her as best as possible.
He takes note of this. Yes, well, I see. So I guess I shall review the current affairs then. Until she gets back, of course.
Yes, that is quite. I will be more than happy to discuss the current affairs. Now, do come. She goes and as she's going, she snaps her fingers, and the royal guards that were behind Amaris and his guards start falling in behind him. I hope you don't mind the little addition of protection. As you know, I mean, coming from a noble house yourself, I'm sure you quite understand.
Oh, I do.
Okay, good. Then we shouldn't have any problems here then. Do come along. She leads you guys into the throne room, and she goes and sits down on her throne, and the line of guards line up the entire area of the throne room. Now then, you know what? This is very unbesetting. Here, give me a second. She claps her hands, and a few minutes later, a table comes out, and a nice royal silk cloth table covering that is lined with gold and a nice sky blue. And she goes, and a chair gets brought up towards one end of the table that's pointing towards the door, and then another one on the opposite side. And she goes and sits. Do sit. I don't feel it's quite fair if I sat on the throne while you just stood there. But do
Yeet.
make yourself at home here.
Respectful. I appreciate it. And he sits down.
Thank you. Now then, what affairs would you might like to discuss? Oh, my manners. You wouldn't happen to be thirsty anything, would you?
No.
Would you like a glass of wine? Tea? Milk?
I'm good.
I see. Well then,
Yes.
I guess
Now.
we won't be here.
Where is she hiding?
Ah. I see. Well, as she is currently hiding out at Marlowe's house. However, I will say that I'd like to ask of you not to go pestering her. I have given her a royal promise that she would not be pestered. And with
He
her,
leans forward and places his hands together. If you hadn't noticed, she is not one of your civilian. She
No,
is
but
still
at the same time, she is not your property.
no, but she is still of royalty, and she is still my daughter. Surely you would understand.
Yes, I do understand quite clearly. However, you must understand that she is
Quite afraid? Yes, I know.
afraid, uncomfortable at that, and she has proven to be a really good soldier within our kingdom as
As
well.
I have heard,
The
it
worst
matters-
thing I'd like to have happen is for her to, I don't know, die of a heart attack or anything of the sorts.
I guess
She's
that
insane.
is true. Rolls a D100, she actually dies from heart attack.
I provoke like a
Just like
heart
straight up like
attack.
boom.
Alrighty.
Uh,
Garrick is probably
Thank you.
with her as a friend, just to be like, "You're fine. Don't worry. We got
In
you."
any case,
I am not fine.
if it is quite alright, I will try to send someone down there to convince her to, or well, not convince her, to see if she'd be willing to come and at the very least, speak with you. But, regardless, she is, by all technical means, a citizen of the Gigadalian Kingdom, of the Gigadalian capital, and if need be, I will
No,
do
she is
anything
not.
I must to protect her.
Now, she was sent here to be a dignitary, along with my son. Now,
Yes,
she is still a dignitary. She, by all accounts, is under our rule, and you will honor it.
and if this was the case, then she wouldn't have become a soldier now, would she? And since she is of a soldier, she is under our rule.
I sent her to help you out with your predicament.
Yes. And
Because
quite
I
how-
have taken interest within the West. My stepfather may not have any, but I may sway him. But we have been getting some insurgencies within the north due to some prick of a man.
Hey.
I see.
Uh-oh.
Well, those
Yes.
seems as though
He has swayed the other houses that do not quite like my stepfather's ruling.
I see. Well then, I'm sure that you and your house are able to squash them. But I must ask, what particular interest have you taken interest in the Western continent?
Well, other than your failings for 40 years.
She
Oh.
goes and grips the.
Excuse me.
She puts up a hand at you, Marlo. Marlo, it's quite alright. But underneath the table, she has her other hand kind of gripping the table. You can clearly tell that insult.
Oh. God.
That hurt.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
fucker.
You know it's
tested
it's bad if fucking Marlo's pissed.
Now, that was the point of him doing that.
Yeah, it doesn't make it any less an asshole.
Oh,
This dude is a big asshole.
I see. Well, not everybody is able to achieve at something. And specifically,
I said he was an
went into
asshole.
we went into a bit of roadblock. Everybody does that. I'm sure that your kingdom or your house and many other houses within the North Continent has run into some sort of bumps along the way. It's only typical for a dragonborn to run into some bumps, now isn't it? I mean, what with the dwarves and all that up there.
Oh shit, did we lose Deacon?
No. He's required so this may continue.
Love, are you alive?
It's Discord again.
Hey, asshole! Quit picking on the queen! yeah,
one sec.
Excuse me?
One sec. Deacon, say something.
Hello?
We can
Say
barely
hi.
hear you.
potatoes.
Hello?
So what was the
Oh,
last
God,
thing you
why
heard?
is this happening?
I don't know.
Don't know. What's the last thing you heard?
No, I heard everything,
Okay.
but
Okay.
my mic wouldn't pick up. Okay, so the dwarves were nothing but minor nuisance.
I see. Well then, either which way, we too are still interested in the Western continent, and we do intend on doing stuff there. In the event that if we particularly might have the same goal in mind, I wouldn't be too against forming an alliance with you and your house.
Yes.
We just so happened to form another alliance recently, and we are looking to form a few more. We would be happy to have your assistance, as well as we would happily give our assistance to whatever you are in search for. So long as it meets our similar goals.
Oh, yes. Now, I have heard much of these alliances from my son. He has been sending me constant reports.
I see. As to be expected.
So, if you truly wish to help me, I would like to see my daughter.
Fuck.
I'm sorry,
I
but that is
see.
not for us to decide.
Marlowe?
She has her own free will. I only speak the truth, Your Highness. She is her own
Yes.
person, and she can decide for herself.
As I agree that this is the case, however,
We may simply ask if she wishes.
Omerus here is still our guest, and any help that can be received from both ends is something I'm sure both parties would like to attain. I can just assure you, Omerus, that if we were to have an alliance, I'm sure that we could send some of our best men to help assist you. If need be, I will try to see if Razmir would like to speak with you. Is that a fair agreement?
If we were to truly have an alliance, I would like to leave some of my honor guards here.
I see. Then I'm sure that you wouldn't be opposed to having some of my guards to go with you, as well as some remain here. We are in troubling times, so one can never be too careful. Though, of course, not cause any provocations that could arise. I'm sure you, being a noble, would surely understand about the current situation of this world is in, or at least between our two continents.
Oh, I know much of the happenings. I know the Easterns are less than forthcoming.
Yes, well, we're hoping at some point we could potentially make some sort of peace. We aren't at war with them, and they aren't at war with us. But I can agree that they are, well, from what I've heard, very barbaric.
I have heard much. That much I can agree with you on.
And in fact, how about if we both go and visit Razmir then? I could use a nice walk and a break from outside the castle. though I hope you wouldn't mind a few guards and Marlowe here to
Well, I mean,
join
of
up.
course, it
go
is
with
taking
us.
place in my house, after all.
Now, Marlowe, that is if our guest agrees to it. He is still but a guest.
That is fair.
Is that-
It is a homestead. I cannot simply break into it.
And I see we are on the same terms here. Then come. She goes and stands up with the. And she starts walking towards the door. Marla, come on. Then we shall go. If you must, you can bring your guards as well. They are also welcome to relax here for a bit and kind of unwind from the travel. I know the travel must have been a long travel for you both.
He then speaks in Draconic, and he tells them to stay.
Now
But
then,
he brings one with him.
I see. That is perfectly okay. Well, then I hope your soldiers will enjoy their time stay here. Oh, by the
They
way,
will-
just a heads
They are
up. She
more
knows.
well mannered than I am.
I see. She does. I will say she does know Draconic.
That makes sense, actually. That does make sense.
Now then,
She knows
let's
all
go
the
and-
languages,
What did I miss?
He's leaving some guards in the palace.
except for Abyssal, I guess.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Marlo?
she's a mage. They know languages.
Where exactly is your house at?
Higher district.
Yeah, Garrick is
Okay.
Garrick is with Rasmira there because he knows she needs a friend right now.
She is pacing and she is cursing a lot
Alright,
in Abyssal
so-
at the moment.
She you guys get let Omerus and Marlo leads Omerus and Helena down to the to his house right next to the school that's nearby.
Does your house
And
have a back door?
We don't know they're coming.
Just ask.
She goes. Helena goes and knocks on the door.
It's-
Rasmira, are you by any chance in there?
we both
Marlo
I see.
opens
Well then,
the door.
there is.
you.
He cut out.
You got out,
I
Jacob.
said Marlo would open the door because it's his house.
Well, Jacob's gone, so we gotta wait.
Yeah.
Also,
Oh damn.
yeah, this is gonna go well. Yeah, so
Okay.
so yeah,
Marlo
Marlo.
opens the door.
I'm here for you. Before the door opens, yeah, we can hear you. Before the door opens, I say to Rasmira, whatever happens, I'm here for you, okay?
Okay.
She's not gonna die, okay?
She
Yeah.
opens.
Not. But she's scared as
Sure.
fuck.
She's scared, dude. And I'm acting in game.
What?
I know.
Queen, Rasmir, I just wanted to let you know, nothing will happen. There's just someone that wants to speak with you.
It better not be my father.
You hear a familiar heavy
Whoa!
footstep.
It's him.
Guaranteed you.
It's
Ah,
okay. I'm here for
does
you.
this place have a back door?
I don't think it does. I checked.
Then I'm gonna hide behind you then.
Yeah, that's fine. It's okay.
Marlo-
You can open the door.
Marlo
Is it-
opens the door.
Ah. So
He
this is
steps
your
in.
house.
He has to slouch down a bit to make it through the doorway.
No, he doesn't. I'm fucking
No.
I'm almost 9 foot tall. This man can fit through the
I,
door.
I didn't even know that. Okay. So,
Yeah.
yeah, no, he
Yeah.
walks right.
Don't. Yeah, he's a Luxodon, dude. Those things are fucking massive.
I have no clue what the fuck that is, but okay.
Elephant people.
Elephant
Elephant
person.
people.
Elephant person.
Oh. Oh, okay.
You
But
s-
I would like to speak.
Welcome to my homestead.
Why, thank you for letting me into your abode.
Of course.
I am currently hiding behind Garrick.
Yep. I'm just standing in front
Rasmira.
of him. It's.
Alright, I guess that's fine there. That's perfectly acceptable.
I just
Ras-
looked.
Garrick,
It's quite
this is
funny that
all
I'm trying
over-
to find I'm trying to hide behind somebody that I'm actually taller by 2 inches.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Garrick,
still, you can
this is Lord Omerus, Rasmir's father. Lord Omerus, this is one of our most trusted captains, Captain Garrick.
Yes, I have heard some good things about him.
From who?
My son, of course.
Well,
He's-
Marlo would
I know you two
Marlo
are not
would
on
give-
the best of terms, but your achievements is notable.
Marlo would give him a look of be wary of him. He's
oh
more of an asshole than you think.
no! Trust, no. Garrick has a look of, I'm not gonna let it on, but I know you suck. Well, it's good to. Well, your son's also very competent, as is your daughter.
Yes.
No thanks to
and-
you.
Ew.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Technically, not out of his realm of he has the right.
I just look at him. I just look daggers at him.
I'm still hiding behind Garrick, saying nothing.
Yep. Your daughter.
Rasmira,
He then says, "Move." And
I just look daggers at him. If you want to talk to your daughter, then you better do it in a way she's comfortable with. Otherwise, she'll say nothing to you. I just look at him. I am not moving. I'm just protecting my friend.
And overall, he is in Marlo's homestead, so Marlo's the one who has to make that call.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't matter. So I just look at him.
Yeah.
So, Rasmira, it will be alright. You can peek over my shoulder. I won't let him hurt you.
She kind of straightens up and is literally peeking over his shoulder.
Also, Marlo's hawk, Hero would land on your shoulder and just kind of stay there too.
Duh.
Helena goes and stands next to Garrick and Rasmira.
hello. Okay, there we are.
Yep, you're
There we
Um,
go. Hello.
So, did you see what I rolled?
insight?
Oh,
Yeah.
No.
What are you trying to insight?
No, on my screen it shows a intimidation natural 20.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
Yeah, also, I don't
No,
see the
okay,
information.
no, it's because I cut off
No, it's not because you cut off.
Orvis.
I don't think Roll20 actually picked it up. I have 2 browsers open for this, and it's not picking it up. And also,
Okay.
player v player rules, you gotta allow it. So you can try and stand in front of me, but I'm not gonna be scared of you. I just stay right in front of you. I will only let you talk to her if she is comfortable.
Also,
with it.
there's a 9-foot elephant in there.
No.
The elephant in the room, part 2, the electric boogaloo.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I see the intimidation.
I don't see it for some reason.
I still don't.
Take a picture of it right there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fine.
I took a picture of it.
Yeah, I don't doubt you. I'm still not moving.
I want my computer connect back to the fucking internet. Hello.
It's fine. For now, Garrick is standing in front and letting Rasmira talk on her terms, not yours. I will let Rasmira speak now.
I'm just staring at you.
The
You know, the
queen
memorable
goes,
green eyes just staring at you.
the queen
I wish
just
to talk to you, daughter. Alone.
I quickly hide again.
If you want to say something, if it really mattered to you, you will do it in a way she's comfortable with.
Lord Omerus, would it be a bit more befitting if we didn't have guards in here and we went and sat in Marlo's dining room and spoke there instead? Granted, it's not entirely alone, but it is with less people.
He sneers the tiniest bit. So be it.
Alright,
Alright.
I hold Rasmira's hand and I lead her to the dining room and help her sit down. And I sit next to her. I'm making sure that this fucker does not mess with my friend.
Queen Helena sits down,
Marlo would sit on the other side of her.
Yep.
and the guards await outside.
Yep.
She reluctantly sits.
It's fine. We're here for you. We won't let him hurt you.
She just gives a nod.
All right, and I guess we just wait.
Not in my household.
I guess we just wait for you to sit down then.
No, he sat down.
I'm just
I
waiting.
say nothing. I'm just staring at you.
I'm sitting down.
Yeah, I'm staring at
See,
you. That's it. I'm not gonna say anything.
Pretty sure nobody else is gonna start anything.
Yep, this is all on you, buddy.
You have to start. This is all on you.
Dalton, within recent events, I wish to see how much more capable you have become.
She shrinks.
So you wish to torture her then?
Torture?
I've
Would
heard,
you like torture?
I've heard the stories.
Custom.
I came here to test my daughter's capabilities.
By torture, I've heard the stories.
And what exactly have you heard?
You're a vile, cruel bastard who hurts her just in the guise of acting with strength and reality hiding cruelty. Also, you're a prick.
Wow.
Queen Helena just kind of sits there silently
Yeah.
without really.
Marlo gives her the look of now is not the time to intervene.
No. The queen's just sitting there with like no emotion in her face.
Yep. I just look
Yeah,
at him.
this is some shit that needs to be said.
Yep.
If she had tea, she would be sipping it.
Yep.
Marlo would get her some tea.
All right, I'm just waiting for your response now.
Just her though.
No, the response was the laughter.
Huh. Oh, I get it. You find cruelty funny. Great.
Wow, another King Lucius. Who would have guessed?
I am nothing like that bastard.
No? From where
Frankly,
I sit,
that is for us to decide.
not.
You cannot decide who we believe you to be.
I just look at Marlo like, dude, no. You torture your own child in the guise of training. What would you call that?
Torture? Training? What is that?
I did not hear that, man. Could you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Oh, really?
You know, like, it kind of came out blurry.
Oh, uh-huh. Torture? Is that what she thinks it was?
I look at Rasmira.
She's staring straight at.
I nudge her like, come on,
huh?
you gotta speak at some point.
Yeah. Then what else was it? Other than cut after cut, stab
Cut
after
after cut.
stab.
What do you mean?
What do you?
I did not train you with a blade.
You have.
Well, train with a blade.
You have.
I did no such scarring on you.
Oh, really?
I'm going to just subtly cast Zone of Truth.
He's speaking the truth. He has done no such scarring on her.
Well, she kind of just.
Some of them are
Takes
by
off.
accident. Okay, a little bit is by accident.
Yeah, she takes off her bracers, and you could just see that she's actually littered. They're not. The scars aren't even an inch apart.
I want you to roll Resmira a perception check.
Me, a perception?
Or insight.
I mean,
Roll an insight.
okay.
Whichever's higher.
Whichever one's higher, yeah.
Well, they're both the same.
Just roll it.
Yeah.
13.
13.
You see something different within his eyes after he sees those scars. None of that is my doing.
Then who was it?
I don't know.
Who was the person who caused these? She just raises her arms and just to make sure that everybody gets a pretty good look at him.
Well, we're under zone of truth.
Yeah, well, I
And
mean,
he's not lying.
He does. She doesn't. She's not. She's just questioning. She's
Yeah.
not.
Also, just because you're not lying doesn't mean you know everything, too, either, to be fair.
Those were not by me. I will hunt down those sick bastards.
You see him get roiled up over this.
Then I do not understand. I do not understand. I do not.
Who has done this to your daughter?
She's under zone of truth. She says it's you.
And if we are on the zone of truth, then read my lips. I did not do that. Some may have been by accident, but I did nothing like that to my own daughter.
Ever since you walked in here, your attitude has been nothing but that of grandiose. I believe that you view those lesser than you beneath you. I could totally, if I'm going to be frank, I could see you doing this. And both of you can't be telling the truth. You're both under the same
You
effect.
questioning me?
Yes, I am.
Under
Because-
this zone of truth.
And she is also under it, and yet she says you did it.
And I have done none of that.
He
Marlo would like sit up real quick and like, do not raise your tone in my house.
When he actually raised his voice, she would actually quickly stand up, like if she was going to run.
She is afraid of you. You can see it in her eyes. That didn't come from nowhere.
I may have been hard on her during training, but I did not do any of that.
Maybe you were unaware. Maybe she hid it from you.
Do you even have a clue of who I am, barbarian?
A noble.
No.
A no.
I only gained that title through marriage.
Then a power. Then someone who is power hungry.
Right.
You cannot deny she's afraid of you. Tell me, if you did not torture the poor girl, how did this come to be?
How would I have known?
By being a decent.
Obviously, you were there.
Wait, let me say my thing first. By actually listening to your children. Something clearly you are not doing even now. So I don't care who you are. You're going to sit down, and for the first time in your life, you're going to listen to your daughter.
Why did that just close?
I just imagine him like looking off to the side, like, oh god damn it, why did that close?
Yeah, no, he looked.
Opens up the menu like
Yeah.
a fucking essay.
No, Garrick.
Oh, man.
Garrick looks straight at you. Garrick just looks straight at you.
and he looks at him. You can see the beady red crimson eye
I don't care.
that he has.
I don't care.
What do you think I'm doing now? Why do you think I wanted to speak with my daughter?
Then shut up and listen to her. And I will stay quiet. And I just look at you to do the same.
Best you hold your tongue, boy.
She sits.
And you need to hold yours. Now let your daughter speak.
After the first couple of scratches, I want to ask you a question. What was my favorite color? What is it that I wore most? While in your stay.
Brown leathers.
And red. I always wore red after the first couple of scratches. Why did I wear red? is so you cannot see me bleed.
Alright, dude.
Brown leathers. For the same purpose. I got tired of it. I know after the first couple of spottings and the first couple of cuts, you looked down at me on this as with disappointment.
Just because I want you to be better.
Yes, but did it really have to hurt?
As I said, I did not do that to you.
If no one's gonna speak up, I'm gonna say something. I'm just waiting.
The queen is just sitting there speaking. Or
You
sipping
were
her tea.
unaware you did it. If I had to wager, you don't know your own strength.
No, I know my own strength. Why do you think I don't use this blade on my back? I never use it unless I need to.
And
No, I trained her with a wooden sword
would still leave.
because she was too young to use anything sharp.
And when I got older,
This
you used a metal one.
dulled. I made sure that
Then what could have possibly caused these?
I do not.
You do. You just don't want to accept it. You want to believe you held back. She hid it from you. You rather live a convenient lie than a hard truth.
Boy. Silence.
Marlo would like glare daggers at him.
All evidence has suggested that you hurt her, and you didn't even know.
I have done nothing of the sort.
Do not raise your voice.
Stands up again.
The queen
I
speaks
don't know.
silently.
I don't know what you have done to my daughter. But I will find out who has done this. And I will
Okay.
kill him.
One sec, Jacob's speaking.
No. The queen speaks up long. Now then, I think, Lord Amaris, I think this is quite enough for today, don't you think? As well as you three. Think it's best time that we take our departure elsewhere.
Yes,
Surely
I
there
think
is
it would be favorable.
other important matters we can discuss about Lord Amaris. Or if that is all that you are wishing to speak of, then by all means, you are free to leave from here. We will always
You-
welcome you back.
He was looking at Garrick really intently.
Oh yeah, Garrick's looking at him. And Garrick, yeah,
I see you are something similar to my daughter.
a decent person? Under a shitty father? Yes. You have to You know, even if
see
you don't
my
believe you
respect
did
is
it,
misjudged.
no. I'm trying to help you, believe it or not. Regardless of whether you think you did it or not, she does. And you are to accept that. Instead of denying it, work through it. But no, you rather choose blame everything else except than even consider the possibility that even by accident, you hurt your own daughter. I was wrong to compare you to my father. You, at the very least, show some sign of regret. He would never lie about his own cruelty.
Pathetic godling.
Lord Amaris, I think it's about high time you leave my homestead.
Yes.
And as much as it's been a pleasure having you here, I think it might be high
It
time
hasn't.
for you to...
What?
Garrick?
I was joking, that was out of game.
Here's the thing, technically he's under zone of truth, so if he spoke, he had to speak honestly.
Yeah.
Actually, wait, she's under it too, so she didn't mean that, she can't say that.
Yeah, she's under it too, Jacob.
She looks at him. I think it's high time that you leave out of our city for a while.
Out of the city.
Then I see my reviews concluded.
Ah, you know, you're so quick to judge others, and yet you cannot judge
Shut the
yourself.
fuck up, boy.
You
At
will
least-
not talk to my guests in my house that way.
And you will not to
I
talk
don't-
to my friend that way.
And
I
you
do
will
not know
talk.
what you have done to my daughter.
I was actually kind to her,
I know my own strengths, boy.
and you ignore your
I have
weaknesses.
spent long 90 years on this fucking planet.
And you ignore your
Damn
weaknesses.
well.
And I've spent 280, and I can see a deadbeat when I see one.
Old fart.
Oh, quiet, you immature fool.
You know what? How about a little challenge?
Hold on.
No, don't do
I
that.
Before you
glare.
go,
I literally glare at Garrick.
No.
before you do this,
All right,
Queen
I won't
Helena
do it.
calls
I
for the
won't do it.
guards.
I won't do it
Guards,
then.
I think it's time to escort our guest out of the city.
No,
All
let
right.
the boy speak. Apparently he has something.
You want to?
Wishes to tell me.
No.
You came here to assess your daughter. All right, I'll give you your assessment. When I met Rasmira, she was a nervous wreck. She was frightful. Ever since then, she's grown a little bit happier and a little bit more secure about herself. Every mention of you has been nothing but vile and fear. I'm not asking you to accept that you might have hurt. I'm not asking you to admit you hurt your daughter. I'm just asking you accept the possibility.
No, I know I did hurt her. But not to that extent.
You know your
She kinda
strengths?
looks-
You,
Down.
I think it's about time you leave.
Yes, I do know
Well,
my
he's
strength,
not
boy.
wrong. He's not wrong. Many of these scars are from him. Obviously, I've hid them. He would not know. But the other half are from a different source.
And from what source was this, daughter?
I'm Wonderstone of Truth.
You don't have to say anything.
She just glares at him. Silent as ever, like usual.
The queen stands up
Yeah.
and starts to take a leave. Come now, Lord
All right.
Summers. I'll escort you to
I'd
the
say
bus.
it was nice to see you, Lord Omerus, but it was not.
Oh no. This meeting was a bit of prodding. See how you would react to certain things. I see now. I've been testing you the whole time.
As if I care.
Your advisor, you can deal with a new one.
And you could do with a new attitude. By the way, if you're gonna claim to be a good father, you should at least consider what your children have to say to be true.
As you say this, the queen snaps. Garrick! That's
No, Queen.
enough.
Helena, no. The boy
Marlowe?
says what we all think.
I know.
And what sort of-
We will
and what sort
discuss
of
this
father did you
topic
have?
further.
A worse one than you.
We shall see.
Is that a threat?
Well, a boy like you challenge me seems more trivial.
Why? Why would I ever fight you? What would that prove? Nothing. Whether I win or lose. It doesn't change your mind. It doesn't change mine. I'm willing to admit my own faults. You can't.
I'm done with this place.
Good.
And then he walks out the door.
Oh, and fair warning. Thomas is in your continent. I wouldn't recommend fighting him. You will most definitely die.
Oh, I know about that. Filthy worm.
Says the lizard.
No, he's calling Thomas the filthy worm.
Yeah.
That's the end of Resmir.
He would look at
You-
Resmir
you
and
guys-
Derek and say, "You are free to stay here for as long as you feel fit."
Okay.
You know, I would have liked to actually have a training session.
I mean, hold
you
on.
know, like, honestly.
Yeah, but that's her choice.
Well, I mean, that's how the arc was supposed to go.
Yeah, but it's her choice.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
You know how many times you guys have gone against my plans? Yeah.
Oh, right, and you hit us with
We
the bullshit
fucking
button.
we railroad him off all
Yeah,
the fucking
you railroad
time.
me, and it's your choice. And if you want, you could challenge her to a duel or something if you really want to.
You could.
Doesn't mean she has to accept though.
The only time she would accept is if you are truly trying to duel somebody else, like one of her friends. That is literally the only time.
Yeah,
She
so
would.
if you want, you can challenge.
No. No,
if you
before I
try
leave,
to legit, if you
I
try,
will assess my daughter's capabilities, whether you like it or not.
I crap my hand on my sword in front of her. You're not
Nah,
gonna.
he just straight closes the door before anybody can say anything else. He closes the door right in Lord Amherst's face.
Are you okay, Rasmira?
she sits back down with her arms crossed and just lays her head in him.
just think, Resmira, that your father could be so barbaric. Gee.
He's always been like that.
Hypocrites come in all shapes and sizes.
Dares to insult Xander in his own throne room.
Hypocrites come in all shapes and sizes. Those who act under the guise of kindness are the most dangerous. I truly believe he does not know where his daughter's scars came from because he does not wish to know. To him,
I believe the same.
it's easier to live a convenient lie than a harsh truth. For someone of and your majesty,
No, he was actually genuinely concerned over that. No, he was asking where she got him.
yeah, and she kept answering. But for now, in game,
In the game.
I am sorry for speaking out to Torn, but I was always going to defend my friend more than anything.
It's quite alright. I'll be honest, it is quite relieved hearing you talk and speak for Resmir here. However, regardless, I would have preferred to ended that as quickly as possible before it got so heated. However,
It was never going to end not heated. He wanted to train with his daughter, and she is petrified of that.
I hate speaking of this as much as I dislike this. I will say, Marlo, Garrick, even despite this, even despite what happened here today, I want you to know as much as I dislike him as a person, at least for now, until he proves otherwise, if we were to get into any sort of an alliance with him, do not try to kill one another.
The only way he'll agree to listen is if he spars with Rasamira.
I
He
know.
seems fixated on that.
I'm gonna try contacting the other house, the other nobles in the house, and try to see if we can't come up with some agreement. Seems as though his eyes.
From what we heard before, it doesn't sound like we're going to have many choices soon.
And he has no
Agreed.
choice either. He'll be ousted soon. As much as he
Well-
likes to grandstand, he needs us more than we need him.
If there's anything that boy can do, he can turn an entire country against itself.
Agreed. He is fixated on the Western continent as much as we are. So, in any case, Resmir, I do apologize for what transpired for today. You do know I tried as best as possible to prevent him. However, not cause any disruption within the kingdom, I unfortunately had to take the place of my people first and allow it. But I do
You
not
can speak
think
to my father about having a treaty.
I see.
You are able to talk to him about that.
If I'm able to, I will
But
do
if I
so,
am
and I
the
will
obstacle that's keeping you from agreeing on a treaty, then
We'll spawn them together then. How
no,
about
no,
that?
no. You're staying out of it.
I'm your friend.
Mira,
I want to help you.
get me wrong, Resmir.
Now, would
I
you
want
guys
to
like if I
obtain-
cooked you dinner?
Yes, that
I'm
would
not
be-
hungry, but thank you.
That would be
I
lovely.
will say that.
Of course.
Resmir, I will try to do anything within my power to try to make him see reason and try, not make, and hope to try to see if he'll see reason and try to find some other sort way of maybe forming an alliance.
Again,
However, I do understand where you're coming. You do not it. You do not need to spar in my stead if that makes you truly uncomfortable.
Your Majesty, with all due respect, this is my father. He is very, very persistent on his ideologies. If he wants me to spa in order to confirm a treaty between the continents, then I will do so.
I see.
he probably is waiting
then I
outside listening in. So,
Most likely.
you hear that, old man?
No, he's actually gone.
Oh, oh, come on, that would have been great. You got what you wanted, dude.
In due time, Resmira. I'd say we're gonna save this for another day. At least, if anything, before we even make any moves on the moving our way to do what we are wishing to obtain on the Western continent. In any case, Marlo, don't get me wrong. Actually, I changed my mind. Don't get me wrong. Dinner sounds lovely, but I do think I need to go and ponder this over.
Of course.
Garrick,
Your Majesty?
Rosemira, I
Yes,
shall be
Your
taking my
Majesty.
leave. And I do bid you both a good night and good evening.
Alright, good night to yourself, Your Majesty.
With that, she leaves, and I think that is going to be a perfect place to end
Rasmirez.
the session
Yeah.
entirely.
Alright.